Can Render go to the price of $200 during this bull run? I believe hypothetically so. And even though that's not financial advice, why do I think so? It's because I think that the Render network is something very special. It gives users the ability to contribute unused GPU power to help projects render motion graphics and visual effects. And as a reward, right, for these users who do provide their unused GPU power, they are awarded in Render tokens, which is the network's utility token, of course. And man, that's very fantastic if you ask me. And let's not forget, right, Render, they also have a very heavy emphasis into AI, aka artificial intelligence. As a matter of fact, right, Render's CEO, not too long ago, he was at a NVIDIA conference and he was showcasing to institutions from all around the world what Render was doing in terms of AI, right, in terms of their development, which I think is very fantastic because when you think about it, the AI market predicted to be worth around $2 trillion by 2030. I mean, caralho, porra, that's insane. Take this into consideration, right? The GDP of Canada back in 2022 was around $2 trillion. So again, right, that the fact that the AI market could potentially be worth, nearly around $2 trillion by 2030, which is just 6 years away at this point, by the way, that's ridiculous. I think that, if anything, truly showcases just how much potential the AI market has. It's not a matter of if AI will be integrated to day-to-day activities. I think it's just a matter of when, because as of right now, I do believe that AI is still in its early stages, but man, I really do believe that the future of it could look so bright. When it comes to Render, I really do believe that it pretty much ticks off the boxes. It's very revolutionary, and it's heavily focused on AI. I mean, what more can you ask for, right? And of course, that's not financial advice. However, it doesn't end there, though, because the Render network also has a very heavy emphasis into blockchain gaming and as well as virtual reality. And I think these two markets right here is really nothing to laugh around about, because when you take a look at blockchain gaming, right, by 2030, according to a very reputable firm called Granby Research, they predict that the blockchain gaming market could be worth over $300 billion, which is insane, much like Snoop Dogg's hairline, which is all the way back here. And it's kind of insane if you ask me. He has to shave his cornrows. But yeah, besides that point. And now when we take a look at the virtual reality market, according to the Inside Partners, it's expected to be worth over $440 billion over the next 6 years. I mean, these figures are absolutely insane. The Render network, it's clearly focused on all the right markets. And let's not forget, right, when we take a look at the Archive app, right, which is something that people are very excited for, which I get it, right? It's quite essentially an app for the Apple Vision Pro. And a lot of people, they love this about Render. And even though I'm not a very big fan of the Apple Vision Pro, I think it looks very goofy and I think it's very corny. I don't think it has much real-life application. But yeah, besides that point, I think this right here is a step in the right direction. When it comes to Render, I think it's so insane we see a project this fantastic. Focus on all the right markets, right? AI, virtual reality. We take a look at rendering. We take a look at blockchain gaming. I mean, caralho, porra, that's crazy if you ask me. Some other projects out there, they're focused on random nonsense like decentralizing the sale of, farm equipment. It's like, who cares about that, man? We're focused on the real deal here. We're focused on AI and much more. So when it comes to Render, it's very fantastic if you ask me. Now, $200 for Render, right? It may seem crazy to some people, but I don't think so, because if we consider Render's current circulating supply, if it were to go to the price of $200, at that point, it would have a market cap of around $76.4 billion, which, by the way, is around $12 billion less than Dogecoin's all-time high market cap. And you got to take that into consideration, right? Now, when I say this, some people, they may think that, this is an apples to oranges comparison. You can't compare a meme coin like Doge to something like Render, which has a lot less fans and a lot less hype. But in my opinion, you actually can, because even though Render may lose out on those aspects, its added fundamentals and use case, I think it pretty much evens things out. And again, right, I think this, if anything, showcases how reaching over $76 billion in market cap in the world of cryptocurrencies, it's not too much to ask for. If Doge can go to around 88 billion, why can't Render, with its A+ utility, at least go to around $76 billion in market cap? At least that's the way I take a look at it. And here's the thing. this bull run, in my opinion, is going to look like nothing else. Currently, there's over 500 million crypto owners around the world, which is crazy if you ask me, which, by the way, is nearly double the amount that we saw back in the 2021 bull run. And we already know how well the 2021 bull run was. So now that there's this many new crypto owners, this bull run, really, the sky's the limit. I mean, when Bitcoin, right, breaches the price of $100,000 and $150,000 and even potentially beyond that, what's going to happen? A lot of people, at least the smart ones, they're going to start taking profits and they're going to start flowing their capital into relatively smaller projects, much like Render and other altcoins, of course. Now, of course, Render is not a small project by any means, but relatively speaking, right, it's a smaller project when compared to Bitcoin. But man, when that altcoin season really kicks in, whew, it's going to be party time right there. That's time to tip the waiter at Sizzler 69.69%. No more 10 to 15% tip, if you know what I mean. And take this into consideration, right? What we're seeing with Render as of right now, even though it's already performed very well, much like I predicted, but besides that point, the best days are still ahead because historically speaking, altcoins, they typically reach their peak anywhere between 6 to 12 months after a Bitcoin halving event. And the Bitcoin halving event, it's expected to happen in April. So when you think about it, either 6 to 12 months after April, that's still quite some time for Render to still prove itself. So when it comes to Render, I do believe that its future could look so bright. It's fundamentally fantastic. And at the price of $200, it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I think it's that special. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. And also on top of that, make sure to check out this very fantastic video. I think you all would really love it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.